Opinion Earth Day spotlights soil as India's most strategic ally for the future. This Earth Day, as the world reflects on our relationship with nature, India has an opportunity to look down literally. Beneath our feet lies one of the most critical, yet overlooked, elements of our national resilience: soil. In the face of a nexus of challenges: climate extremes, biodiversity loss, declining farm incomes, and food insecurity, a shift from fragmented solutions to one that addresses their common root could prove valuable. Restoring living soils represents a powerful strategy to secure rural livelihoods, stabilize the climate, and protect nutrition for future generations. India stands at the intersection of several urgent global challenges, often approached in silos: climate change, land degradation, collapsing biodiversity, and rising malnutrition. These aren't disconnected problems, they are symptoms of a deeper ecological crisis: the depletion of soil health. According to the Indian Council of Agricultural Research (ICAR), 147 million hectares of land in India are degraded, and nearly 30% of our agricultural soils are classified as severely degraded. In many regions, organic carbon levels have fallen below 0.5%, far below the 35% ideal for healthy, productive soil. The consequences are significant. Crop yields have dropped by 15–40% in affected regions. Input costs increase as farmers apply more fertilizers to compensate for soil fatigue. This affects both the treasury of the country as much as farm economics. Fertilizers in our nation are heavily subsidized by government. When they are used in an injudicious manner in excess quantity, more than required for the land, it leads to wasteful expenditure. In the previous fiscal year alone, India spent 1.7 lakh crore on fertilizer subsidies. Excess fertilizer also leads to higher input costs that an average Indian farmer with around 1.15 ha has to bear. This ends up eating the already meager profit margins he realizes. The nutritional value of food is also changing. Studies show 15–35% declines in key micronutrients like iron, zinc, and vitamin A. These costs ripple through the economy, affecting nearly 2% of our GDP. Oregon 3.17 lakh crore annually, in lost productivity. Meanwhile, geopolitical tensions add to the complexity. Although U.S. tariffs on Indian agricultural exports are currently on hold, their potential reintroduction highlights vulnerability to external factors. Building domestic resilience, especially in food systems, becomes increasingly important. And the foundation for resilient food systems is healthy and living soils. The livelihoods of small and marginal farmers that make up over 86% of India's agricultural workforce depends on fertile soil. Health and living soils not only lead to resilient ecology, but also robust farm economics. Practices like agroforestry, crop rotation, reduced tillage, and organic amendments help reduce dependency on costly chemical inputs, improve long-term yields, and open doors to premium markets. Farmers using regenerative practices have seen income increases of 30–45%, with irrigation needs dropping by up to 30%. These shifts restore not only productivity, but agency, transforming farmers from input consumers to ecological stewards. In regenerated soils, crops also contain up to 25% or more micronutrients, addressing India's persistent malnutrition challenge in a way no pill or fortified grain can match. Healthy soils store more water, making farms more resilient to floods and droughts. They also act as effective carbon sinks, with potential to sequester 710 tons of COA equivalent per hectare annually. The microbial life within soil forms the base of biodiversity, supporting everything from pollinators to pest regulators. Across the globe, scientists and policymakers are calling for greater alignment across the three Rio Conventions on climate change, biodiversity, and desertification. Soil can serve as the central nexus, offering a unified solution for coordinated action. India stands uniquely positioned to lead this shift. With its vast agricultural landscapes, rich heritage of ecological wisdom, and expanding grassroots movements for sustainable farming, the nation can pioneer a soil as a solution to nexus of problems approach that harmonizes global climate objectives with national priorities: food security, public health, water management, and employment generation. In the emerging geopolitical landscape, India has the potential to become a global leader in large-scale soil rejuvenation. The various initiatives and programs already promoting soil health and vitality provide a robust foundation from which India can advance this crucial mission. Swipe left for next video. This Earth Day, the soil beneath our feet deserves heightened policy focus, political commitment, and public investment. India's capacity to nourish its population, safeguard its natural heritage, and ensure economic prosperity is fundamentally linked to how we nurture and revitalize our soils today. Pravina Sridhar is the Chief Science and Technology Officer of the Save Soil movement. She has been working in the environmental sector for over 20 years. Mahathir Govavedi is a Policy and Communications Officer for the Save Soil movement. She has worked in the international development field with UN agencies and social enterprises, focusing on public health, sustainability, and refugee support in the global south. Views expressed in the above piece are personal and solely those of the authors. They do not necessarily reflect News 18's views. Latest blogs.